Hi friends, this is Chetna here again. Let me start off telling praise the Lord and honor and glory to the Lord. For the last 1.5 week, in which mostly one week there was curfew imposed in Karnataka. So unfortunately, I was not able to step out of the house. But the rest of the time, there's about 4 to 5 days, I was able to go to KPCC office, and finally on Thursday I was able to meet Siddaramaiah sir and also DK Shivkumar sir, the president of Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee. Kindly take a look at the few days where I had been to the office but I was not able to meet, and I will let you know exactly what happened when I met both Siddaramaiah as well as DK Shivkumar sir.
Hi friends, today is Monday and I've come to DK Shivkumar sir's office, not exactly DK Shivkumar's office, it's KPCC office, and I wanted to meet sir. Sir had come today by 12:30 I believe, but he left as soon as I came, he left. Hi, we are near DK Shivkumar sir's office. I've come here by 12:35. The people down told me that he is going to come here by 3 o'clock because there's a Zoom meeting for him. So there's a meeting in Zoom app. That's what they mean to say. So I've come here. There's hardly anybody in the office right now.
Hi friends, that day I couldn't meet DK Shivkumar sir because I waited till 3:30 and that day it was the lockdown, so I had to rush back home. And after a week of lockdown, I did go back to the office again. The first day he was not available, but the second day I met Siddaramaiah sir. Just go ahead and look what happened with the conversation that occurred between me and Siddaramaiah sir.
Sir, good morning, sir. Sir, good morning, sir. I'm Chetna here. ಸರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದಲಿತರ ಮೇಲೆ ತುಂಬ ಅಟ್ರಾಸಿಟೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ತಗೋತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್? ಇವಾಗ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಕೂಡ ಬೆಳ್ಳಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕಿದ್ರು, ಒಂದು ದಲಿತ ಹುಡುಗನ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕಿದ್ರು ಸರ್. ದಲಿತ ಹುಡುಗನ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕಿದ್ರು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಕೂಡ. ಏನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ ತಗೋತೀರಾ ಸರ್ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು? ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾ ಸರ್? ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
That was not a pretty sight, was it? It wasn't. And that is the process. If you want to go for justice and work with politicians, that's what will happen. And if you have the will, you will have to digest all that and keep moving forward no matter what. And let's look what happened when I met DK Shivkumar sir. I'm sorry about this video because I couldn't really keep the camera in front of sir's face because he was turning around and was speaking to me, and I felt it was rude for me to show the camera directly at his face, but I've tried to capture as much as possible. Just take a look at this video.
Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Sir, 1 minute, sir. Sir, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್
ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಮ್ಮ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಏನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಲೆಟರ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಡು, ನಾನು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಆಯಿತು ಸರ್. ಆಯಿತು ಸರ್, ತುಂಬ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ರೇಮಂತ್ ಕರೆದು ಒಂದು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಅಪಾಲಜಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಕೊರೋನಾ ಹೊರಗಡೆಗೆ
Now that you heard DK Shivkumar sir say that he's attending to our problem, he wants me to submit the whatever the problem I'm going through in a letter. I'm really happy about that. I am going to submit the letter today on the Monday. I'll be going to KPCC office. But The first problem that I want to bring it to his attention is the problem that my sister is going through right now. She works in a Brahmin-run college, which is a very prestigious college in Bangalore, and she works in one of their colleges called it is Teachers College. I will not let you know the name. You will surely come to know in due course. But I'll be mentioning the name of the college in the letter that I'm submitting to DK Shivakumar sir. This is the prestigious college wherein my sister is the first Dalit principal of this Teachers College. In about the college started around 58. Just imagine how many years it is now, 60 to 70 years, and she's the first Dalit principal, and the kind of harassment she's going through in the college, the way they abuse her, and the way they're after her to take away her rights as a principal from the day one she sits in the college. Take a little time. I need your time, a bit of your time, so I can explain to you in depth what she's going through. The college wherein my sister was working, actually prior to that she was working in Ambedkar Teachers College, and when this Brahmin run institution had no Dalits or SC/ST candidates in their in any of the positions, there was a notice served by UGC telling in case if they do not hire any of SC/ST candidates, the granting aid will be taken back. That time it had come upon their necks, so they wanted somebody. They found my sister, they called her, they persuaded her to join the college. This I'm talking about 28 years ago, and when she joined, their positions were secured, so they had nice government salary. That is the time I'm telling the IT industry was not in boom. Then they wanted her so that their positions will be secure. Now they don't want her, and you know how systematically they've ensured that Dalit candidates will not get into the principal position is that when UGC had told them to hire candidates or fill in the vacant positions in 2002, and repeatedly went on reminding the institution to hire more people, they ensured that nobody was hired in, and whenever my sister had a chance to become a principal, they ensured they were not giving her that position at all. So all these people from upper caste went on filling this position as a principal, and they ensured they would not hire. And when the near end came with only 4 staffs left, that is 2 in teaching and 2 in supporting staff, out of which all the 4 out of 4 are Dalit candidates only, that Dalit staff members only. And the other faculty member do not want to fight for the right or wants to fight. I have no idea, because that person has not come forward for his right. But my sister wants to fight for her right, because she has served in this institution for more than a quarter of the century. Then why should she give it up so easily? Prior to my sister becoming a principal, there was a principal who was from Brahmin community, and when he was about to get retired and my sister was about to take place as a principal, suddenly there was an inspection from Joint Directorate of Collegiate Education, and there was questions raised about my sister's attendance in the attendance register. There were few days she hadn't marked in her attendance, and she, along with another SC candidate who is the faculty member, was questioned regarding the attendance, and rest of the faculty members and supporting staff, or there was no any other remarks regarding any other issues in the college except for the attendance, which actually scared the hell out of my sister, because they were questioning. And then when she found out all the details why she was absent, it was only because she was attending a PhD coursework, or she had been to NCTE visits as an inspector, and she also had been to conference to Malaysia. So these were the valid reasons. She went ahead and then submitted her all the documents to the JD office, or through mail. That's through mail she submitted to the principal, who had to forward it to the JD office. After that, if she had to retain her principal position, she had to be doing her PhD or completed her PhD. So, as the fate had it, my sister was doing her PhD, and look at the another coincidence. The PhD that she was doing and the proposals that she was submitting was not being accepted, and when it was all accepted, almost being accepted and being registered for permanent registration, the guy just drops her out as a student, and this circle goes on and on where her topics is being changed, the suggestions is being given. When suggestions are incorporated, they do not accept it and they drop it. A new set of judges and committee members come in, and this goes on and on. Actually, there was a plot to remove her from PhD, but as we went on fighting, we went on, because she's not doing her PhD from any ordinary university. She actually is doing her PhD from RIE, that's Regional Institute of Education, which is a top college in India for education, which is run by NCRT. And this is what they're doing. They're not letting her getting registered, and there were a lot of issues that we had to face. So finally, we had to take up the issue to NCT heads, and then we also had to go ahead and finally, because this registration had to happen by 1 year, and this did not happen till 3 years, then we had to go ahead and finally contact the Vice Chancellor of University of Mysore. Only then she got her PhD registered. Look at the kind of attacks that happens for Dalit. So at one front, when my sister is fighting for her PhD registration, next thing happens is the management of this prestigious institution goes ahead and writes to the joint directorate to close down the college and not to allot any more government seats to this prestigious college, because they want to close down because of the loss that they are incurring. Why are they incurring so much loss? And let me tell you, this is not the first year that they are incurring loss, and they are shelling out 35 lakhs per year to the college. It has been happening for a long time. And second thing is, there were orders from the government to fill in the vacant places in the college. But why didn't the management hire them? On purpose they did not hire them. If they would have hired all the staff members through the government quota, they wouldn't have to have incurred any financial loss. They did it onto themselves. Second thing is, they said that NCTA now, National Educational Policy draft had come in then, and in which they said that they had to have a B.Ed as an integrated course. That means to say they now did not have to do a degree and then join a B.Ed college for 2 years of B.Ed course. They had to just join a BSc B.Ed or a BA B.Ed course, which would be about 4 years, and that was the reason they had quoted, but they did not have to do it so fast, because NCT also told it would give time at least till 2030. Why did they have to rush so fast and close down the college? Also, let me tell you, this college has taken various benefits to build this college up. They have taken funds from MHRD to build up this college. They've got various funds from UGC. They've got funds from CTE, that is Collegiate of Teachers Education. They've got various funds to build up this infrastructure, as well as to run various activities and programs for the college. They've also leased out this land. They've not bought this land. They've leased out this land from Bangalore Development Authority for the college, to run this college. And this was the first teachers college that they had started in that facility, that that land which was being leased out by Bangalore Development Authority. But when they saw they saw potential for running few other courses in the same building, they started having management course. They started having another pre-university college there, and now they feel that building facility is not enough for those two colleges, which is privately run by them and has a lot of profit earning, and now they want to go ahead and close down this teachers college, which is a grant and aid college. Where is the need to close this college? Because this college is a very reputed college in Bangalore, one of the best colleges, and when it comes to filling up the seats in the colleges, compared to many other colleges, lot of seats gets filled in this college. And also, if you see the results, it's getting 100% results, and most of the first classes is also there in this college for past many years. My sister had to fight back this, when they told to close the college down to all these various authorities. My sister too went ahead. She submitted her application, she submitted her grievances to Joint Directorate and Central Admission Cell and Bangalore Central University and DSRT and all those places wherever the management was. She also went ahead and she took one step ahead. She went to the Education Minister, Higher Education Minister at that time, who was Devegowda. She went and told her grievances to him as well, and by God's grace, they had to take the students for the government quota that year. That was the last year, 2019 and 20, and they had to do it. But now they're repeating the same process. There is a word that is going around that they are very much adamant on closing down the college, and as the previous students of their college are now MLAs in BJP, they want to take the help of them, and they are certain that they want to close down the college this year. And there is a nexus between this management, the supporting staffs, and the management staff, management faculty members. They do not, most of them do not listen to her. Any instruction she gives, they do not obey. And any work, if it had to be completed by 2 days, it takes her more than a month for her to get that work completed. It's always she's on her toes. It's as if she's managing all departments on her own. She has to be beside them, keep pushing them. Most of the time they don't do, and only recently she tried to take some action. That also management is not cooperating. There are faculty members, the office boys can actually abuse her and harass her in front of everybody, and management does not take any action in spite of her telling them to, mailing to the management so many times. They do not take action. And there is another there is another admin staff who is also a technical staff in the college, but he does not do any technical work, not much technical work he does. And if he has to do technical work, my sister has to be behind him all throughout the day. She has to be behind everybody. And this guy, what he does is, when my sister actually found out one of the report that was submitted by one of the previous principals, who's is very good, he's having a very good name in the institution. Now also he serves the board of the institution, the management board. He had done faults in the report that was submitted to one of the academic authority in the country. And when she found out the mistake, this person had the gall or the audacity to go ahead and change that report, which was the digital report. He changed the signature of that principal to my sister's signature. Digital signature is put in that place. How dare he does that? This is the kind of incidences that's happening for her from the day one when she's entered the college, and every single day comes up with new issues, and she has to keep facing these issues. She is actually a principal. She has to have some kind of tension-free environment where she has to only cater to the students. But no, there's only tension in the office. They're always trying to find out this or that fault on her, and if she's not got caught, they do not cooperate. And if they do not cooperate, she tries to take action. They try to tell they're going to commit suicide and put some kind of other tension on her head. And if that also does not work, they go ahead and influence the students, and management is doing nothing. They've been informed about every single aspect of it, and we have documentation to prove. It's not just I'm telling you through words that this is what has been happening. No, for this things that I'm telling the management or the staff members or the faculty members who are not cooperating and only bothering and giving a lot of tension to her, we have the proof to prove that this is what is happening. They're doing fraud with her signature. How dare they do that? So this is what has been happening with my sister, and this has all been now going to put into the letter to DK Shivkumar sir. And there are a lot of evidences that we have it with us, that I can go ahead and show it to him. And unfortunately, this management had to pick on the wrong Dalit. I'm really sorry to tell them, you really picked on the wrong Dalit. This Dalit is not going to give up. At least her sister is not going to give up, because this is not only about my sister. We are educated and you are daring to play with us. Just imagine our uneducated brothers and sisters, how they must be how they might be going through. It's so unfortunate. I also feel very ashamed that I only came to this topic of fighting and fighting for my rights only when it came to me. Until then, I really was not aware that this kind of exploitation was going on with our Dalits, because I was in a MNC and I was previous to this, when I was working, I was in an MNC, so I had no idea that this and all existed, and this was a long time ago that I was working. So I had no idea that all this existed. Only now, since past 4-5 years, I'm seeing, and I'm really shocked that this atrocities and the harassments and discrimination on Dalits are still going on. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Now that I've come to know that this is happening to Dalits, I will be fighting for my sister, first for my sister, yes, and then of course it will keep continuing until every Dalit in this country will get their rightful position and rights back.